I was saying to Mitch before that we don't have any commentator representatives out on the track tonight. How come you're not racing, Mick? The calves didn't handle the spikes after last meet.
The calf needed about a week off after I ran that 3,000 metres. I completely regret my decision to run in spikes. I'm too old. Most people would scoff at that because I'm actually not that old. But it's taught me a lesson. And I'm just going to give the fitness a bit of an old break around the Christmas period and launch into a new year, I think.
Is the lesson learned that you need to get super spikes?
Super spikes, or just a bit more foam under my foot in one form or another, whether that be super spikes or just the fat foamy super shoes. We'll have to see. Yeah, I think I might just stay where I'm more comfortable out on the roads.
Fair enough.
Forget about my track career. Absolute jealousy watching everyone running around at Melbourne Marathon on the weekend, though.
Absolute day for it.
Absolutely. If I've ever seen one myself.
"17 competitors in the field here, so the women's D race is going to be one of the biggest fields we've seen tonight."
Sam Prime, hip number 7 in the Nike swoosh, right in the middle of the field. Always love to see Sam Prime racing. Unreal talent as a junior. And she's still popping her head up in races here and there over the past couple of years. And we'll see. Not sure where her current form is. So Freya Brown of Mornington Peninsula. Up the front, Sam Prime, as mentioned, just seeing the Nike swoosh sitting into second position. And Ruby Donaldson of Glen Huntley. They'll be your top 3 into the first couple of 100 metres of this women's D 1,500 metres.
Strung out nicely, but everyone's still in the race. So it's not a blistering pace. Geez, at the back of the pack there, they're running about 4 wide. So still making some decisions as to where they want to sit for the race.
It's a bit hard when the pace is going so quickly. Where do you sort of sit? You don't want to be left, 20 metres behind. It's a bit nerve-wracking being left 20 metres behind just for the sake of sitting on the inside in the rails. But that's racing. You still got to play to the race, play to your ability, and make those quick decisions.
Well, Freya Brown is one who's not being left behind. She's gone for it at the front of the race, the Mornington athlete. And as you said earlier, Samantha Prime, she's looking good on the shoulder there.
Sophie Bolmat right in there as well, just on the inside of Prime. Tilly Williams as well. I believe that's daughter of the coach Sean Williams, athlete from Mentone, sitting way out in almost lane 3, lane 2 at least.
Still running about 3 or 4 wide here, so people still making moves. Everyone's ready to go, but no one's really ready to take the lead. Everyone just wants to be up there.
Even the athletes at the very, very back of the pack, drifting out to that second lane, just try and find their position in these early stages. 600 metres down and still jostling.
What's wrong with the inside of lane 1? No one wants to be there.
Yeah, exactly. Tilly Williams right up the front. She's probably where she wants to be right now. Sam Prime wants to be there even more. It's almost up on her shoulder. And Chelsea Tickle in third position. So it's Williams, Prime, Tickle and Bolmat, your top 4. Freya Brown, the athlete from Mornington Peninsula, in 5th position. Those 5 haven't really changed too much. The flood of other athletes behind them have been chopping and changing as they go through the first 2 laps in 2:44, sitting about the 5:10, 5:15 for 1,500 metres. And from Diamond Valley, Poppy Scott Dowlish making her first appearance at the top of the field. One person who hasn't really changed, Sam Prime, has constantly been in first or second position. I would like to see her remain in that position in the final 500 metres. She's done a lot of work, and she's looking remarkably consistent in her stride.
I think it's fair to say that Prime is in the prime position at the moment. The outside shoulder, ready to make a move at any moment.
Samantha is
500
primed.
to go. Still plenty of moves being made in the back of the field. And, of course, they're still running in lane 2, some of the athletes. So as they come up to the bell, going to get in at about 3:45. So Prime finally moves into the lead.
Check out Cassandra Sapin from Melbourne University in the white in 4th position right now. She just sort of strided her way through the pack, sitting on the heels of the athlete in red there. And I reckon she's going to make a move in the last 300 metres. Keep an eye on the Melbourne Uni athlete as Sam Prime holds her first position. 300 metres to go. From Old Zavs, I don't think we've mentioned Annabelle Coleman yet. And
Doncaster
my God,
athlete now.
Lily
Moving around,
Purcell
jeez.
from Doncaster as she moves her way into
Making
second
a very
position
strong
right up on
move.
the heels of Sam Prime. She's the only one who hasn't changed from this first few in the whole race, but Lily Purcell from Doncaster, wow. She was a name that we didn't call out early.
She's going for it, and it looks like she's going to pull away from the field here. 120 to go, and she's going to take it out, I think. There's a chance of a sub-5 here. Going to have to close fast, but might just miss it as Prime's just going to get passed by the Melbourne Uni athlete here. So, geez, some fast finishing athletes here. This is going to be a close one.
Cassandra Sapin.
Sapin's going to take
Did
it.
I say it, or did I say it with a lap to go? Probably my first call of the night.
5:01 on the clock there. So
Sam
some very
Prime's
impressive running from Sapin.
Still a strong run by a number of these athletes who were doing early leading. I haven't seen actually, probably only 2 or 3 different leaders, but
Yeah.
the amount of athletes who were in that top 3, I think it was about 10 different athletes that made their way into the top 3 at some different stage in the race tonight.
Prime was unlucky in the end, just got run over the top by the other athletes. She had to sit the whole race, but just didn't have it in that last 100 metres.
You'd almost like to watch that back and watch Lily Purcell the whole race and just see where she was sitting.
Yeah.
Because she made a move 100 metres, or 1 lap to go, should I say.
Even Sapin, neither of them were really up there
Yeah.
in the early stages of the race, but they just knew that they had a good kick and they used it at the end.